back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, Wife Cheated While I Was Deployed. And I shout to AM for sending this story. And guys, this is all about a guy who's been married only 5 years. Not that long. But he got married while he's in the military. And to no surprise, like so many of these goes, he's off risking his life, serving his country. And guess what? His wife is not only cheating on him, but also in his own house. To add insult to injury here. However, a guy is not stupid and not weak, and he's handling things accordingly. And you're going to see, guys, in this story, this guy does a lot of things right. And while it ain't perfect, this guy, in the end, is his life's moving up and up, and her life is going down the toilet. So once again, reminding guys, don't get married while you're in the military. Always pay attention to things, and if things go bad, prepare to go scorched earth. And this guy definitely does his dose of not letting her get her way and sticking it to her. So it starts off, says here, I learned back in April that my wife of 5 years, a 30-year-old female, was having an affair with a guy she worked with. We have a daughter who's 2 years old. Together we had built a comfortable life together. Previous to this, we had been going through a rough patch, but I thought it would be something that we would work through. Yeah, she was working it through with her coworker and replacing you. That's what she was doing. I'm currently deployed, which makes dealing with this even more challenging to navigate. These people are scum. I mean, it's like, if you're not happy, fine, end the marriage. But you're doing this crap and he's finding out why he's deployed? I mean, my God. And his poor little girl's at home with her? After getting caught, she apologized, but I didn't buy it and felt like I was only being given lip service. We agreed there was no coming back from this, and truly, I went from being madly in love with this woman to the sound of her voice, and seeing her made me see red anymore. She expressed multiple times that she hates me and wants to be with the affair partner and wants to be divorced immediately. It's one thing if she just lost all attraction for him, or in her perspective of it, or claims she doesn't love him but hates him. But I bet you she probably hates him for being deployed, even though she willingly married a guy who's in the military, blaming him for something that she knew she was getting into. She has this guy over at my house most days of the week, late at night, and she brings him around my daughter just to spite me because she says, I can do what I want and you can't control me. Do you think that she showed her true colors before they got married? Flip a coin. Either yes, and he ignored it because he's military, and no offense to the military guys, but you all tend to be dumb around women. Or she hid it, and he just, saw what he wanted to see. It says here, she has also given this individual the garage code to come and go freely in my home. She's played the victim card in all this, shocker, and truly believes the lies she's telling. I want so badly every day to post this to social media and destroy her and her image, since she's always cared so much about the public perception of her. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Well, brother, you need to control the narrative. At the very least, your family, her family needs to know the truth. Otherwise, they're going to believe her. When she went to her attorney, she drafted a divorce document stating that I would walk away from her home and would only get my vehicle and personal belongings. Get the fuck out of here. We agreed to 50-50 custody for her daughter, but the papers stated I would only get her every other weekend and wouldn't get overnights with my daughter until she was 5 years old. Get the hell out of here. I bet her sleazy lawyers just put all this stuff in, he's away, he won't fight it. Shortly after I came back, I told her that I want my daughter 182 days of the year, and if she wants the house, she'll have to buy me out, or we have to sell it. She has said that she's not willing to give me that much time with my daughter because she thinks I don't deserve it, and she won't agree to these terms of the house either. Okay, I'll see your cheating ass in court. You see, she thinks he's going to back down. Because remember, he just said, I went from being madly in love with her to pretty much hating her guts. So she's thinking, oh, he's so in love with me, or he's weak, therefore I can have my way with him. Not to mention the lawyer probably told her this, expecting a fight so he can get more billable hours. Who knows? She said we'll settle in court. After informing her the financial commitment that will entail, not to mention the long time frame, it only fell on deaf ears. I don't want to waste money that could better serve myself and my daughter, not to mention I don't wish to waste so much time. Bro, the money's not wasted if you get your daughter for what you want. If it goes to what your wife wants, it's not going to be in your daughter's best interest to not be around you. This woman will ruin your daughter. So that's money well spent. It is what it fucking is. In all this, her family is unaware of her behavior. Shocker. Then you make her family aware, my friend. Any advice on how to persuade her to settle now out of court? Should I maintain the moral high ground? Should I lift the veil of all this to the family, friends, and anybody else? Now, before I go into this update, I'll answer that question. No, you do not need to do the moral high ground, because guess what? She doesn't fight fair. She's evil. She's betrayed you in every possible way. And worse, it blames it on you. And is now trying to take your daughter away from you, and you away from your daughter? No, you don't need to fight. You need to fight fire with fire. And you bet your ass you need to tell the whole family and friends and all that. I'm not saying display it on fucking Facebook, but everywhere else people need to know. Oh yeah, get your information and go scorched earth. He also says here, I'm in the Missouri Army National Guard. I'm an E5 sergeant, and the only reason I mentioned taking the moral high ground is because she's already being difficult, and I don't get to talk to my daughter but once a day for maybe 15 to 30 minutes. I'm just worried she would make it harder, if not impossible, to see or speak with my daughter. Legally she can't, but people break the law all the time. Well, they do. But if you show weakness, she's going to only make it worse for you. I'm telling you now. The loan for the house is in her name, since when we purchased the property, her credit was just better than mine. The deed, though, is in both our names. We already had split bank accounts, so our finances are separate. Thank God you did that, dude. Otherwise, she'd clean you out. I sent her enough money to make our mortgage payment, since I receive BAH, money for utilities, and money to support my daughter. Everything else is being put away for the legal battle that will ensue upon my return. Yes, my man, build up your war chest, because you're going to need it. I have every intention of fighting for my child tooth and nail, and won't settle for anything less than 50-50 custody, or 182 days a year with her. Good, don't back down. She's a federal employee of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. This guy was an employee there, but has since quit, and is currently in the police academy. She's probably doing prisoners too. I learned of the affair because my affair partner's wife tracked him to my house. I've since received pictures, screenshots of messages, and videos of evidence of this affair. Wonderful. You can have a lot of fun with that evidence. I also have a video admissions of guilt to confirm this as well. Not to forget, my neighbor across the street has been keeping an eye on my house and has shared videos of the affair partner coming and going freely through my garage. Send it to her family. Next update, he says, after finally having put up with enough of the disrespect and being treated so poorly on every front, I created a group text with her parents and spelled out everything that has been happening, to include the sharing of pictures captured by the affair partner's wife, when she caught my wife and affair partner at my house. After I sent the text to her parents, what do you know? No response. I guess you could say that silence is consent. Awesome. She's playing dirty, you can play dirty. I'll share the exact text that happened in the last few days between her and I. I'm removing names, but no other contact. So I'm going to read the text exchange. This will show you what he's going through here. She says to him in a text, I know that things have been hard for us for quite some time now, but I also know that doesn't give me an excuse to do what I did. Fuck you. She's full of shit. I'm truly sorry for that. No, you're not. I'm sorry that I hurt you in any way that will probably never be repaired in your own eyes. No, she's not. I'm not asking you to forgive me, because I know that you have every right to hold a grudge. With that being said, I want us to get back to a healthy place where we can discuss child and a parenting plan for when you get back. The only reason she's saying this is because she knows this guy isn't backing down. He's showing strength, and now she's eased up a bit. If he was caving, she'd be worse. I understand if you don't want to do that and want to go ahead with the court to determine a parenting plan. I'm just trying to do what's right for the child. So let me know. I don't want to fight. She could care less about what's right for the child, please. Then she followed the next day saying, let me know if you want to schedule a time to talk to the child. And our guy here says, I prefer to correspond about matters such as child or the way ahead via text. As far as your text from last night, I'm still thinking it over and getting my thoughts in order before I give a response. I like that he said all communication is through text. In other words, we're going to have a record of all interaction. We're not doing this on the phone shit. I want proof of this. She says to him, that's fine. I understand. We can talk through text. Take your time. If that's what you need, I won't rush you. Don't trust her, dude. His response a week later, it says, I don't wish to fight and would like to move forward, but I won't compromise on what I expect as far as acceptable terms on the way ahead. If these terms can be agreed on, I'm more than okay with settling out of court and having my attorney draft the documents. My terms and expectations are as follows. Now listen to his terms, what he wants. And you guys have been through divorce, this will sound familiar. He says, I want 50-50 joint physical and joint legal custody of the child. I want 182 days a year with the child to include overnight visits. All major decisions concerning the child have to be agreed upon, school, medical, activities, etc. I want to be bought out of the house or selling the property. No child support by either party to be paid or received. Hey, if they're going 50-50 with the time, no child support. No alimony or maintenance by either party to be paid or received. And she's not going to like that. Each party retains their own current bank accounts and funds. Each party retains their own retirement and investment accounts and funds. I want the exercise bike. I want the engagement wedding ring back. Hell yeah. I like it throws in the exercise bike there. I mean, okay, why not? If you can agree on these terms, I'm willing to settle out of court and move into discussion of a parenting plan. So what do you think she has to say? Well, here's her response. Well, I was thinking more of a progressive parenting plan for her. She's only 2 years old and is very dependent on me. She hasn't seen you in a year and will be very uncomfortable leaving me and going with you. And even before you left, she was very attached to me. That was by design, Mom. So what I was suggesting in the first year is do 80-20, then the next year 70-30, and work our way to 50-50. Not a fucking chance. Of course she's going to want to have all the time with the daughter now early on and build the bond with the daughter. And that's more time for her to manipulate the daughter to hate the dad. That way she is more comfortable, and that gives you more time to get settled. All the major decisions would still be decided by both of us. I don't care about anything else in your agreement. That's not what I'm worried about. He says to her, I'm not at all willing to do anything less than 50-50. Regardless of your personal opinion of feelings, I'm entitled to equal time spent with her. Good dude, don't back down. She says, I know, but I'm asking you to put aside your pride and do what's best for the child. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. She's not doing what's best for the child. He says to her, I'm not playing this game with you. What I'm asking is not unreasonable nor selfish or prideful. I'm going to email my attorney and tell him to go ahead with filing the court date. Good for him. She says, okay, I'll see you in court. Now his final update where things are with him and her. He says, I'm legally divorced now, and it came to the tune of nearly $20,000. Bro, you're free. Best $20,000 you ever spent. And don't ever get fucking married again while you're in the military. Or get married again, for that matter. 50-50 custody. Hey, there you go. That's what happens when you don't back down. As I type this, my daughter is fast asleep across the hall from me in her bedroom. I didn't share her behavior with all the social media. However, I did make it known to anyone that she had a close personal relationship with just so they would be aware of who they were friends with and the kind of wife and mother and person she was and is. She has no problem being difficult all the way into the end. Of course. It says here, she's no longer with the original affair partner. She moved on from that person to another guy she works with and wasted no time having him over to her place and around our daughter. She was probably cheating on that guy with the new guy from work. 30 years old. She's now a 30-year-old single mom, maybe 31, 32 at this point, and she's taking any sausage she can get. But she's bringing these guys around his kid. That pissed me off. She has him staying the night, and my daughter, who's 4 now, even stated that he makes coffee for mommy. And I saw him in his underwear. This dude's parading around the house in his fucking boxers or his goddamn tighty whities. Yeah, I'd be, I addressed these things with her, and of course, she had no shame or guilt. Of course not. She knows it's going to get talked about. She admitted this guy stays the night, but what our daughter said about seeing him in his indecent manner was incorrect. Yeah, sure. Well, fast forward another month, and that my daughter tells me that new boyfriend doesn't come around anymore. All this, which was told to me by my daughter, completely unsolicited. So she probably has a new boyfriend now. He says, in ways, I'm still bitter about what happened and how it played out. But now it's better for me than it's ever been in regards to my mental health because I don't have to walk on eggshells around her anymore, and I can live as I see fit. There you go. Now remember this joy you're feeling right now. The next time you think it's a great idea, they go get married a second time, and particularly while you're in the military. And we start thinking that my daughter needs a mother. No. Remember this peace. All you single guys out there, all you bachelors, all you divorced guys that haven't gotten remarried, you know that peace. I read that part. I have taken this shortcoming and turned it into an opportunity, and by then I decided to go back to school and I pursue my bachelor's degree. Well, good for you, dude. Just major in something sensible. My relationship with my daughter only continues to grow stronger, and I'm strangely grateful, though again, it was a tough thing to fight through and endure. My future is brighter, and I know now that this didn't happen to me, it happened for me. Well, that's a very positive way to look at it. I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, people say there's things happen for a reason, make themselves feel better and find a silver lining. But it's amazing sometimes you look at things and see how things turn out and you connect the dots. And it's like, wow, yeah, that didn't happen, even though that was horrible at the time. Look where I am now and things are so much better. I mean, he could have had another kid with her. And I'm sure you're all thinking, how do you know this kid is his? Well, we don't know. I hope it is. But he's free of her. I just hope he doesn't make the same mistake twice. But anyhow, guys, there you go. Don't get married in the military. But this guy, he didn't back down. And look what he got. It's not perfect. I mean, but still, he got what he wanted. And you can see she's just going through guys like this. Or guys are going through her like this. And it's only going to be a downward spiral. I just hope maybe one day he can get full custody of the girl. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.